Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? Ame Gakita. Alright, today we are just going to talk about 5 different countries that I really wish to visit in my life, but at the same time there are also reasons that I don't dare to. So just to put up a few discrepancy about the 5 countries that I'm going to talk about, and I know you guys already saw one of them, but I'm going to assure you guys that I'm by no means trying to undermine the country or trying to put a bad reputation on the country, but it's more towards the point like I had seen news, I had seen story or seen cases about that country to the point that I'm actually very afraid to visit that country for my safety. But on the other hand, it's just gonna base off, some of them can be based off rumors, some of them can be based off facts. But at the same time, I'm just gonna put them out the reason why I don't dare to visit after I've stated why I want to visit that country. So it's more towards the point like, there is the pro and there is con, and then let you guys go and see. So I really visit those countries even though there is a lot of con about it, but let's just say that the whole situation in a sense is that it's more towards the point of like, based off my opinion, based on my idea about that country or how my impression that country have. So if you think like if your country is in the list that I'm gonna put out is something that is understandable, then write in the comment below. If you guys think that you want to defend your country, also write in the comment below and let me know more. So okay, number 1, as you guys can see on the screen, United States of America. Okay, number 1 why I want to stay out as United States of America is that there is a lot of things I love about America. It's not about the reason being that it's the country of freedom. It's more towards the point that from how I look at it, like a lot of the culture in Singapore had been influenced based off America, and that is actually true if you guys are not aware. The ideology of freedom, the freedom of speech is one thing, but it's more towards the food and culture, not just only the culture. The food of America, like McDonald's, KFC, a lot of the fast food have come into Singapore as a stable in Singapore, and it kind of like made me really wonder how would the food taste like when it's in the OG country, and that is the reason why I want to go, like in my life, consider going to America to have a taste on how those food are. How is it really as bad as online stated, or is it really as good as they might stated because it's the OG? It's kind of towards the point that is number 1. Number 2 will be actually why I want to go to visit United States. That I quite a few friends in United States, and I really want to give them a nice hi in physical form. But on the other hand, it's more towards the point that the culture of America's had kind of like, not saying it's bad, but it's more towards the point when you look at Hollywood movie or what's not, it's like you really want to know, is it like the Hollywood movie is just exaggerating, is it just kind of like putting out force or something? You want to see if truly is it really as what the film say, or is it just all a show and you just want to and it's more towards the point like I have a belief that seeing is believing, and I really want to go and see it myself. Like, is it really what as it is? I know some people are like, oh, the Hollywood is just fake or whatever. I know, but the thing is, right, I want to see it with my own eyes. Just as much as there's a lot of food that I want to try in America, but there is just a few things I want to see myself. So that is one number 2, and number 3. If I have to like squeeze up a little bit, apparently there is quite a few anime conversation convention or whatever, some sort of anime con in America, and it's not just in other country, but it's just like more towards that I want to see how anime culture is it is in America if given a chance, and that is one of the reasons I want to go there and have a visit if I got that chance. But it just at the moment it's more towards just a little dream. But the one thing is that after all this, why would I have to give you guys reason why I don't dare to visit America? Anyone will know the that have been covering a few cases about that have happened in my previous random chat, is that one of the thing is that robbery, like they like not but daylight robbery but more like nighttime robbery, but it's just that most of the point that it actually all those things actually made me wonder the stability of America. Like I know some people were like, oh, there is police brutality or whatsoever. Like when you see that as number one, when a police is not giving you the like the stability of the country, you kind of wonder, is it good to kind of like visit the country when you are gonna fear for your life when the police is not gonna help you or whatsoever? It's like, not saying the police is not gonna help me, but most of the point, like when a lot of crime can happen in America that easily, you kind of wonder, like when you go to visit the country, is it really safe if I go and visit? I'm leaning towards like no, really, because if I want to go to visit a country, I want to ensure that my safety is number one. Number two, like I mentioned, that although a lot of people like it's just a rare case here, there, everywhere, but when you hear about like I mentioned, crime is a thing, but when there is also cases of people having like just holding gun for like with or without license, is that you can hold gun for no apparent reason, for self-defense or just for mass shooting. There is so many reasons. But the thing is, like in a country that a lot of people to hold gun, you won't be so sure that when you just visit and no, you won't encounter a mass shooting. Mass shooting, again, like I mentioned, that I know people will be saying, oh, it's just rare cases here, there, everywhere. But when a person's life is in danger, we'll still go and consider that it's really safe. Like I mentioned, it's just that the gun regulation is one thing that I'm very concerned if I would do visit America. It's like, imagine if I go to a country and no way, I just come here and some people just say me because I'm an ASEAN and they'll be like, oh, I don't like you, I'm gonna shoot you, boom, bye. Like, dude, I'm just gonna go to the heaven for no apparent reason. Oh, just because, hey, and which come to the last reason why I have to give 3 reasons to counter why I want to go and visit America. It's the last reason is that there is a lot of cases I read about how racist many American people are. I'm not saying that every American people are racist. I have seen quite a few nice American people, and there is a few followers or subscribers in my channel that are from America. But what you guys have to understand is that when you have seen like story and news again and again, even some of the news reporter or journalist seems to be racist in some way from how I look at it. It's kind of like the question is like they are representing America, and when you represent a country, people are going to have that impression of you. Even though I know like not everyone in America is racist, but when you have one person representing the country that is seemingly racist, you'll be like wondering, I wonder about that. So it kind of like gave me the wrong impression, and it really made me really worried, like whether do I want to visit America again. So like I mentioned, there are just so many reasons I don't dare to visit America, as much as that there are many reasons that I want to visit America. But we'll see how it will go from there. But seriously, if anyone American people want to visit me, just give me a DM and I will try to see what I can. But I can assure you guys I'm no longer in Japan. Okay, number 2 country that I really love to consider visiting is actually Thailand. I know one of my followers, Nanji-san, is from Thailand, and I know that she's gonna be very sad about it. But there is many reasons why I don't dare visit Thailand, as much as there is reason that I want to visit Thailand. Again, food is one of the things. Like I know people is saying like, oh, Thailand is very cheap, you can consider a lot of things. But the thing is, right, when you actually consider how cheap or not, when you consider a country is cheap, there is also a possibility that the country may also be having a lot of scammer, and those scams can be more targeted towards not to local people but to foreigner. So you guys have to understand is that there may be cases where some scam is only to aim towards foreigner, and if I'm visiting Thailand as a foreigner, I need to be I need to be sure that I won't get scammed by them. It's like, oh, I will get welcome, and I will get at least the same treatment as a local, not as a foreigner. Because I know people are like, oh, you're visiting as a foreigner, so then you pay more money or whatever. No, it's not that I'm not trying to pay more money for more service. If giving more money then mean I get more service and more better food, I won't mind. But when they are doing it as a scam, then there's a whole new different story. As well as there's also many cases. If you guys go and look like Thailand crime, there is cases like just not just scam, there is also cases where there is murder or even people trying to drug you and trying to either they rape you or they apparently, okay, just apparently that there is such cases, and it's really kind of made me wonder like how safe is Thailand is, considering that in Thailand most of the police is more towards working for the government, and I have seen cases where the people of Thailand as well as the government has kind of like there is a Thailand faction and there's the people faction, so it's like kind of made me wonder like how safe Thailand is. Like I mentioned again in the United States earlier, when the stability of the like for the security in that country is questionable, it made me bet the question like if I visit a country, if there is a like it also applied to all the country for all of them that I'm going to mention, is that if there is a local people who is willing to like have let me visit them and as well as protect me from all those situations, then I don't mind. But on the other hand, from what I was told, if I do visit Thailand by quite a few Thai friend that I know, that I need to have a Thai friend or them or my friend to be with me at all time. Reason being that people will not target a foreigner when there is a local Thailand that or a friend of Thailand from. It's like they say that, oh yeah, if you're a friend of Thai people, mean that you're a friend of Thailand and you are alright. So it's like but if you're visiting Thailand as then people are like, oh, we're gonna target you for no reason. So it's like made me bet the question is like, if I visit Thailand alone, yeah, I need to be very careful about that. But on the other hand, like I mentioned, I can understand like there is a lot of crime in Thailand and murder cases, but that it cannot undermine that there is also many beautiful scenery in Thailand that I really want to take a photo about the place. As well as one of the things is that the food in Thailand, like tom yum or the spring roll, all these things is like, although in Singapore they do have some of the food, the taste apparently from what I was told is way different than the OG in Thailand. And when you come about like the street food in Thailand, yeah, I really want to give it a try. The only street food I will not give it a try would be bugs, which was apparently a delicacy in Thailand. So I hope you guys don't give me that food if you guys let me visit you guys. But yeah, let's go to the next one, which is basically China. Alright, I know a lot of people is like starting to wondering why would China be part of it? It's just easy because you play USA on top of it. Well, not entirely, because one of the things you have to understand that why do I want to visit China? It's more towards the point that when you like there is a lot of as a person who study who has to study like Greek mythology or whatsoever, like all the history from a country, and you kind of like have to think out of the story. And one of the things of the story that I like read in the past was actually the Three Kingdom as well as the 16 Kingdom. There is indeed a 16 Kingdom in China. You guys can search it up yourself. But the thing is, right, the Three Kingdom and a few other Chinese like history, you kind of like really want to see more for your like first hand to see a lot of those historic part of China. Not saying like China food is bad, but when it comes to food, it's kind of like 50-50 split, because from I have seen a lot of rumors, seen a lot of articles indicating like fake food in China, or the street food is toxic or whatever. Like when you see rumor like this, is it really true or not? It bet you the question like, if I visit China, you kind of have to be very careful. Is it a food scam or is it trying to poison you? It's like you have to be very careful when you visit China. As much as I want to visit China for their historic symbol, because China is one of the oldest country ever since, and it actually make me wonder like how safe China is. I'm not like, and I've been also critical like a few part of China, the way they do stuff. But at the same time, if I visit China and they just say, oh, because you are critical side of us, so we're gonna drill you or whatsoever, it's kind of bad the question. And there is also apparently cases of camp in China. Like I'm not sure how true is that, because they had show picture, they had show article. But when you have cases of them mistreating maybe some races, you'll be like, hearing this rumor is gonna have a bad impression. And like I mentioned, not just bad impression, that if you actually consider another bad impression by China people that visited other country, you actually kind of really wonder in your mind, it's like, if is all China people like that? Well, I have quite a few China friends who actually told me about like there is nice people in China, but when you actually kind of like gonna meet like, you guys will understand one thing, that bad thing cover good thing easily. And China got so many bad rap that it actually beg you the question like, so you really visit them? But like I mentioned, as a person who knows Chinese delicacy and cooking a bit, you want to, like I mentioned, you want to try out the OG one. Not saying like in Singapore don't have, or maybe other China country have it, but when you want to try out the original version of the Chinese delicacy, like the Peking duck or roasted pig, it's like you want to try out the original food and see how much different it actually tastes as compared to the one that you eat back in other country. Again, you have to understand that sometimes the OG one may be more preferable, or it may be end up being something that you might not like, but it actually it is a moment that you want to give it a try on that. But at the same time, when there is people indicating like article apparently that there may be some fake food or food scam or whatever, you kind of like scared like, really, so I visit China or not? But again, that if given a chance, I might, but at the same time there is also reason that made me steer away from visiting China in my life. So that's one of the country. And you guys have to understand that for the next two, the reason I want to visit is similar, as well as the reason for not visiting them is very similar. So I'm gonna cover one of them, and then I will kind of like breeze through the last one. So number 4, which I know people, I've talked about 3 countries, USA, Thailand, and China in the past in my live stream, and I never mentioned 2 more countries. The reason why I didn't mention these 2 countries is basically France and Italy. Like, you have to understand the reason why I want to visit them, the remaining 2 countries, is that the reasons are actually very, very similar. So how similar are they? As I mentioned that I used to write novel, I had studied like the history, a little bit of history part of the country, and you kind of really want to know how the country history come about. And but the main thing is that they have a lot of old buildings. You want to see them out close. And in France and Italy, they offer a lot of buildings, a lot of places that you really want to give them a try to see how the country is. And you really want to know what kind of country they had offer, and those historic park can be one of the reason why. Like, there's just so many of it. But on the other hand, it's not just that, but as a person who learned cooking, Italian and French cooking had always been in my mind, and I didn't like step into French cooking or Italian cooking that much. But when you learn the like traditional cooking, French cooking as well as Italian cooking had always been one of the stable way of teaching people to learn the basic of cooking. I'm not saying like China don't have their own basic of cooking, or Japanese have their own special way of cooking, but when you actually consider like one of the original way of cooking, like France and Italian have their own traditional cooking, and it kind of like some of the cooking have been transmitted to other country, and kind of like, or get transmitted into other country and became part of their stable. France and Italy is always one of the country that I want to visit their country to see and taste their food. I had tasted a few France, and I know Italy will be like pasta and pizza. But the thing is, like I mentioned, you want to try out the OG, the original version of the country food, and you want to give it a try, give it a taste, see how it goes, and see how it can be. Is it delicious, or is it up to your taste, or is it something that is just overhyped? You want to give that a moment or try. But on the other hand, it actually also make you wonder, like I mentioned, there's so many diverse or different country if country food in these two country, like France and Italian got like Italian got pizza and pasta they want to give it a try, and France got the baguette. Like I really want to see how good the baguette is in France as compared to any other country version. So it's like you want to give it a try or try out a few other things. Like is macaron in France way different than any macaron that you can eat in another country? It's like you want to, and even like I am a person who loves sweet, and I was told that the sweet in France is way different for any other country. So it's like when you have that moment, it's like, oh, I really want to give it a try. Oh, bonjour. So the thing is, right, when you go to give it a try, you want to see if is it really as good as they say, or is it just overhyped? And it became part of the thing that you want to like, yeah, let's give it a try. But again, why would I place, like I mentioned, I want to visit those countries. Why would I not want to visit them? Well, apparently, based on reports, these two countries is well known for their pickpockets. Seriously, if you guys go and type the like France and Italian pickpocket, it is a like apparently it's a very common thing apparently. So if what I'm actually afraid is that if I visit the country and out of nowhere I have my item just stolen out of nowhere, I will be like, wow, I'm gonna have my money gone. I'll be like, oh mercy, no, my money, mamma mia. Like, dude, when you go and visit a country, you want to be safe, and when you see cases like they say that, oh, as long as you put your money in a secure place or you look after your thing. But the thing is, I have seen I have seen cases where people just easily bypass your attention and just steal your money under your nose. And it actually beg the question, like, if I'm not saying like it will happen to everyone, but the thing is, right, when if it does happen to you, you'll be like wondering, like, is it considered safe or not? Like, I don't want to risk going to a country and just have my money stolen under my nose out, like on the day itself, and I'll be like, mamma mia, mercy, my money. Like, yeah, it'll be a whole new problem because in the case that they do stolen not just your wallet, imagine if they stole your bag and that contain your passport, you'll be wondering how you're gonna return back to your country, how you're gonna go back to your whatsoever. It's like everything is in that bag and you'll be like, oh no. So one of the reasons why I say that visiting a country can like France and Italian can be a good thing. It can also beg the question that when you visit a country and people can just steal your thing out of nowhere, it would be like, yeah, I'm very, very afraid of that. But on the other hand, from what I also been told apparently, that you also need to able to speak the language of that country. Apparently, like for French, you need to speak French, and for Italian, you have to speak Italian. So the thing is, right, not saying that they don't have English speakers. It's just that I was told that if you want to visit some other places, you have to be very careful, and if you're able to speak their language, it will be a huge plus. I'm not quite sure of how true from I was told, but if you guys from those country want to let me know more on that, can just write in the comment below and let me understand more on the reason on that, because I was told these and I've been told that I've been told so many different stories, so I'm actually very, very confused on that. So yeah, I think that's to cover all 5 different countries that why I want to visit them, but at the same time I don't dare to do to again reason. So is your country part of the list? I don't know. I mean, like, if yes, maybe just don't forget to press the right button and subscribe, and also write in the comment below just to let me know. But if your country is not in it and you want me to visit your country, also press the like button and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section why I should give you guys a country a visit, or maybe at the same time write down why I shouldn't visit a country, so that maybe I might have to create another video of this same theme. So with that being said, hope you guys all have a nice day or night. Bye.